Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Live Show. Baby, we're here ready to rock another beautiful day that God has given us. 1014, Bitcoin 103,000. You gotta love it. We're above 100K. I mean, blessings. Anytime we're above 100K, you gotta sit there and be like, what a beautiful day it is to be alive, right? I mean, if you've been stacking Bitcoin like me for as long as I have, 100,000 is pretty awesome. I can say 100x. I got into $1,000, so I can say 100x BTC. It's an amazing feat to say 100x an item. Not a lot of people have 100x something. I've done it twice, only twice in my life, SafeMoon 100x and Bitcoin. Pretty crazy. If you look at BOOKMAP, it suggests we're dumping hard. They're going to go get everybody who just longed. A bunch of people just longed, ape longed right now, and there's a bunch of liquidations. There's low volume. There's nobody on the order book. All right, retail is gone. So the big boys can see all these orders right here. And, maybe, it's not 100%. Maybe 10% of the time will actually pump. But about 90% of the time, Bitcoin's going to go down and eat these orders. You see? This is what the key of having BOOKMAP is. And I like to show people this. If you go to bookmap.com and use the link to BOOKMAP, I do get a cool commission if you jump on in. But if you go to BOOKMAP, hold on, actually not web BOOKMAP, just BOOKMAP, and you go to the website, right? And you can say, see what the candlesticks are hiding. See, it's the same pattern, but I can see where there's actual liquidity above and below me. You see? Other people are using heat maps and other things. This thing, I think, is the best. So 90% of the time, when there's more liquidity below us, we go towards it. Okay? And this is why BOOKMAP is so crucial, man. See what the candlesticks are hiding. Stop playing yourself and get into BOOKMAP. All right? And it's not 100%. Nothing is. You got to go by your whole kind of strategy and see what's happening. That's the idea. All right? We're going to break down Bitcoin for you right now. We're going to talk about what I see happening in the next 10 minutes, in the next hour, right? I saw that the 1 hour was low. It looked like we were going to get a bit of a bounce, and we're above the 200 MA. I said, as long as we stay above the 200 MA, you see right here, I remain bullish. The second we lose that 200 on the 1 hour time frame, we're going to go down to 1022. You can see, I mean, possibly even just to test 1028, but we are, and that's a shoulder. To me, it looks like a head and shoulder beginning to form. And I don't come here knowing even what I'm going to say from the last time I gave an update, because I know it could change. And anything could change at any moment. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Your time, you can never get that time back. The time that you give away, you can never get back. Remember that. It's like the most important thing that you'll ever remember. You can get money back. Relationships can, it's not always, but can sometimes be mended. But you can never get the time that you give away. All right? So I'm here to kind of be a guiding light if I can. I've dedicated myself to something. I haven't let the world distract me. I've stayed focused and disciplined, and it has helped me in many ways. Now I'm able to be financially free and help others in many ways. And so I just want you to feel the same as me. And that's the main crux, the main reason I'm here, the main justification of this channel, and why I teach technical analysis, so you can be free financially and find your way. So look, that's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder to me. Looks a little sketchy. Again, let's go over the big picture, but already, Bitcoin just doesn't look amazing. Looks like it could be what we call rolling over in the trading land. All right, rolling over means it's likely rolling over, exactly what you would do. Like if you're rolling down and you're rolling over, right? So a dump down here, and again, then we bounce it. It might just be kind of choppy sideways all day for BTC. We're going to end up back here again, and we see something different. We'll call it out. There's this slight bullish chance here is that you're in this ascending triangle, and somehow, some way, you're going to do damage. And you can see, though, a lot of people decided to take this long, and I did too. I put a stop loss below the 200 MA. If we stay above the 200, I win. If we don't, I lose. It's really simple. And again, trading on Friday, almost not even worth it, I would say. So I wouldn't be going hard. Let's talk about A, B, and C trades. At the end, when I'm done with this Bitcoin update, let's talk about A, B, and C trades. And let's go over what that means, what I'm talking about here, and we'll kind of break down some parameters. But I'm dangling that carrot. We're going to look at that in a little while. So Bitcoin, ascending triangle or head and shoulder. And that's why people are like, but patterns are confusing, Sam. I don't know which one. I see both. And yes, sometimes it is both. The universe sometimes gives you mixed signals, doesn't it? Is life always perfect? No. So you build the best you can on what you're given, right? And so what I would say now is that, well, whenever we're above the 200 MA, we're bullish. That's a low. That's a higher high. That's a higher low. I said kind of an uptrend. I said, you know what? As long as we can maintain this structure and stay above the 200, I'm bullish then. I said, if we lose this, then it's a head and shoulder. Because if we come down here, then we lose the 200. You could basically begin to short right around here anyway. Shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then that will be the measured move of the head and shoulder. So to me, if we close a 1 hour candle below the 200, I can think about shorting the market. If we don't, then I stay long. Very simple to me. So now, because I know the moving averages, I'm not confused by the patterns. Oh. So the guy mentioned the what? The 200 MA. What did he just say? Sam Price, what's his name? The crypto life, what? The crypto lifer? So the 200 MA here, right? Using the 200 moving average. This simple moving average is so key. It could change your life if you get with it the way I'm with it. If you make it your wife, your girlfriend, your everything. And don't laugh out loud. I'm telling you right now. It'll change your life if you get with it. Like, you got to go steady with the 200 MA. Straight up, don't cheat on it. Like, be there with it. Bring it flowers. Tell it how much you love it. Rub its feet. You know what I'm saying? Long walks on the beach. Hold hands with that 200. Get close. Make it your everything. You know, your wife should be jealous of how much you look at it. The 200 MA. Well, I'm serious. Hey, Lois, I think I'm gonna grow a beard. Peter, why are you always looking at the 200 MA? Hey, Lois, I gotta go back and look at the 200 MA again. Hey, Chris, go to your room. I gotta look at the 200 MA. Everybody, my name's Peter Griffin from the Family Guy. And whenever I watch crypto, I watch the Crypto Lifer. That's right, Crypto Lifer on YouTube. He's the best. I've never seen anybody better than him. Hey, Chris, I'm sick of you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. He goes, your screen shows the SMA. It is the SMA, you monkey over here. A simple moving average. All right, the 200 SMA, the 200 MA. Over here. Getting freaky with the 200. Over here. My name's Marky Wahlberg. I did Dirk Diggler. I did all these different things. I played a cop. I played a fireman. It doesn't matter. I can do it all. And you know, when I'm trading, I learned from Crypto Lifer to use the 200 MA. It's the best, dude. I was at The Rock. I was with Joanna Lucas the other day. We were hanging out. I was looking at the crypto. It was 200 MA, dude. That's it, dude. That's all you got to do. I'm Mark Wahlberg. I approve this message. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We appreciate you. We love you. And we're bringing it back. We haven't done voices in a while. It's been a while. So anyway, Bitcoin sitting in this tight trajectory. However, as long as we stay above the 200 MA, I remain bullish. Bullish. There is a slight some red action above us here, 107.50 to 105. And they've been hiding liquidity for a while. A lot of people haven't been on the board. This week has been light. Finally, people kind of jumping on. It's, you know, this tightness is making people make a decision. We know this is going to break up or down sooner or later. It looks more like a bull pennant than a symmetrical triangle to me. But if you don't want to go the symmetrical triangle route, you could say, well, it's 50-50 shot here of going either way. Either coming down for the double bottom and retesting 101, 101.800, 101.780 there, or blasting to 106 and showing signs of a new all-time high for bitty Bitcoin. You know, one thing that's going for it is 68% of the time a double bottom is going to break up. So this is telling me that we got to go the length, the neckline to the leg there. Bang, and I mean, that gives you $108,559.57. That's a nice little area for BTC. So, bullish. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We used to do that because we used to be heavy in Phantom. And Phantom was the boo, right? Spicy. You know, it was boo. And the boo coin. And it was like, ooh, we're getting bullish over here with Phantom. Right? So this is what I see with Bitcoin, what's happening with BTC. All right? We're in a standstill here, tightness, and either you pick a long or you pick a short. I'm long as Bitcoin bumps back to possibly $104,000 for BTC. And we'll see what happens. Only the strong survive here on these longs. I'm long on Bitfinex. Wouldn't you like to know? All right. Up 99, 18% too. I didn't even put a lot, 18%. Imagine making 18% from your house in your pajamas. 103,559 to 103,849, up 100 beans. 93 at the present moment in time. I'm playing that the flag won't break below the 200 man. Put my stop loss right below the 200. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out links to Bitfinex in the description. If you don't know how to trade leverage, please use demo trading for up to 4 months, like 2 months. Like, put a lot of work into this. Understand a system, grab a strategy, have a model. If you're planning on just getting liquidated left and right, please do not do this. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do at all. But I just, leverage trading is treachery if you don't know what you're doing. I always want to put out a disclaimer there. One step at a time, one day at a time. I spot traded for years, over 8 years in the stock market, playing around before I even got into crypto. And then I was in crypto for years before I even touched any type of leverage trading. So I just want to make that clear. And I made a good amount of money without ever leverage trading. Everyone thinks it's the answer. It's the only way out. For me, no. It's an added benefit. It's a tool. If you use it just as an outside benefit and a tool, it can be used lightly at the right times. That's how I look at it. Everything else is gambling, and you might as well just be chucking money out into the space. All right. So please, if you're going to use any of my links, please be responsible. Demo trade. I preferably like you to join my trading group because we're going to teach you this, and we're going to teach you the responsible way to do it. I know you're going to do whatever you want no matter what I say, but I'm going to be here anyway to teach you technical analysis. Use your TA, right? Go slow. Demo trade. Use the tools provided by the exchanges to teach you. There's a lot of buttons here. There's a lot of things to push and pull. You could do the wrong thing here and there. You want to make sure it's all right. All right? Shout out to Bitfinex. Shout out to Weeks. Shout out to MEXC. All links in the pinned comment up here if you want to jump on in. Make it very simple and easy. Or it's very simple to do. Nothing's easy, right? And thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. Back to 118%. Bitcoin 103,870. So can Sammy pull off a win here? Or are we going to get crunched? Only time will tell for Bitcoin. So I'm long. And the second this candle closes above that one, we're going to rip. And we're going to rip to 105 fast. And we're going to squeeze these shorts. We've had some short squeeze liquidity up here all the way up to about 105.3 for a long time. So. Bang. Can you do a white trash teaching promotion for $5 a person for a one-time? Oh my God, no. I never touched leverage. That's the reason why I'm probably surviving in the space. Shout out to Cisco Kid. God bless you. Live from, I didn't touch it for a long time. People that touch it at the beginning usually never get out, right? Because the key is the winners usually build a spot position in something and hold it for a long period of time. That's like how you know what I mean? Once you understand the market and learn how to trade, you can, Brother, thoughts on REVS, not the only chart, but the project as a whole. If you could take a look. Ivan Roke wants a deep dive on REVS. Shout out to Ivan Roke. He gives a super chat almost every stream. He's always deep diving. He's asking about coins. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Let's take a look here at REVS on Sol. Rev share. Tiny market cap, right? Is that what we're looking at here? $1.4 million market cap. Can't, how do you, not verified, do your own research. So it's a very, very beginning project. Looking at LaunchCoin coming back down to that 786618 and then likely possibly getting a continuation here. This coin actually may be here to stay. Maybe have more actual, use case than I realized. So, yeah. It's actually, we're talking internet capital investments, which means people are just going right down to these coins to do the internet investment, to do the investment. Like, why not just use coins? Works faster, quicker, easier. You get, to people better. seems to be almost a better system. Let's take a look at revs here. If I can get some more information. Rev share, which is revenue share. You know what I mean? I mean, right off the bat, my system, you know, I love seeing ascending triangles, especially for some reason on meme coins, they do really well. So, like, that looks interesting to me. And if Bitcoin goes sideways and doesn't take a massive dump today, chance this thing actually does some damage. Again, I know nothing about it, and it could go to 0 in 2 seconds. Be very careful, but it does have locked liquidity. It's a tiny market cap. Tiny market cap. You know, I might chuck a soul at it. See where it goes, you know? That looks beautiful. Like the present, that looks good. I mean, it could dump in 2 seconds, you know, but I mean, when I've traded these, I'd say 60 out of 100 of these are going to pump, in my humble opinion, maybe even more. Let's take a look at the website, what's going on here at RevShare. Launch your token with rewards that pays your community and you. No coding required. Create a token. My goodness, token reward makes it too easy. I'm just like, oh, I'll click on it immediately. RevShare token. No featured tokens yet. Get featured here now. Oh my God. And of course, you know, trending tokens, latest tokens, HODL, Paraverse, Body Pay, U.S. Treasury, dollar yield. Interesting. Buy bills. Automatic revenue sharing. Our platform automatically distributes a percentage of all transaction fees back to token holders and creators. No need for complex smart contracts and manual distributions. 5% holder rewards. Create a token, distribute rewards, grow the community. Holders automatically receive their share of transaction fees based on their token holdings. Launch your token with custom tokenomics, automatic revenue sharing in minutes. Ready to launch your own token. It's kind of like a pump.fun, right? They're trying to put it a little cleaner. Yes and no. I like it and don't like it. Like, I have some loves, I have some non, you know, I'm up and down on it. Looks like there could be some potential beginning pump, though. It has a use case, and a lot of people might jump in and make some crazy coins, right? So, I'm going to take a shot at it. It's likely going to go to 0. You see what I'm saying? Like, for, you know, personally, very likely not going to work out. So we'll show you how I would do this. So I'd head on over to Jupe, okay? It's my DeFi voice. It's a lower voice now. I head on over to Jupe, though. We're going to take a look, and I'm going for Sol for the contract address. You see, I copied it. RP Bull. And I'm just throwing one Sol. I'm not going crazy here. Okay? And I'm going to swap. I'm going for 3 Sol. That's all. You know, 1 Sol to 3 Sol. Bitcoin doesn't look amazing, but you never know, right? So you got to take a shot. Scared money, make no money. So let's see here. Instant. Preparing the swap. We'll confirm. Oh, one thing we could do too is let's go over to Andy Rugg. Just take a look at the score that it's given on the contract address here. Come on, baby. Above a 60, please. 70, 89. High score on Anti-Rug. So it's a good sign. It says minting is locked. The project's 52 days old. LP is fully burned at 100. Top 10 holders do own 25%, though. That's always that's what happens with these, That's why you can't be too greedy, because there's gonna be a dump at one point. Anyway. And that's just something, again, please don't do what you see any YouTuber do on YouTube. You never know where that could go. But thank you. I mean, it looks interesting. It has a use case. It's got a tiny market cap. And I really like what the chart's doing. So, a lot of buys coming in there, too. Some sells, but mostly, last hour it's been heavy green. We'll see what happens. I like the chart. Chart tells me it can move. Bullpen-esque with, Thank you so much for them. We spent some time. That was a long, Super Chat kind of took over for a second there. Sam, could you please look at Centrifuge CFG from Tundra? So you know what I'm doing with Bitcoin. We've talked about Bitcoin from the weekly down. And if this breaks down, loses the 200 on the 1 hour, it's a head and shoulder pattern that's coming probably likely down to 101,684. Same time, we could break up. It's about a 50-50. We got liquidity on either side. It's funny. It looks like the longs that were here kind of dried up. They're still there. We do have some short liquidity above us that could be taken at 105, though. It's not all long, you know. And look, we just gave back most of the pump that we just had here for Bitcoin. And we're just like getting super tight. Like a big move is coming sooner than later here for BTC. We could even lose the 30-minute 200 May first. That would be the first, you know. It's very similar to where the 1 hour is, though, not much different. 15-minute 2 speaks, you know, so. And the idea is we're in this bigger channel too, right? And it wouldn't be crazy to just think, hey, you stay in a channel till you're not. See, pattern traders believe you stay in the pattern till you don't, like to infinity. So the point is, like, you come down to the bottom, come to the top. Eventually one will break. You'll bearishly or bullishly retest the level or the edge of the pattern, and you'll find your way on out, right? So sketchy times. Like, Bitcoin could go either way for sure. You know, I can't really call it. And it's either take a shot one way or the other. Friday low volume with a bearish pattern, I would suggest that we're likely going to dump, right? But you never know. It seems like that's the sentiment, though. And if everyone thinks we're going to dump, they might rip it. But again, the charts right now are showing a head and shoulder pattern. So if we just looked at the charts, shoulder, head, bit of a right shoulder, that says we're going to break down 68% of the time. That will take us to about 102.3, and we'll go from there. And there is liquidity on BOOKMAP. So the closest, deepest red area is basically 103.250. You know. So we'll see what happens. Bitcoin. It loses the 200. I turn into a bear. I start calling for 101.670. We stay inside this tight pattern, then it could be up only. I don't know what's going to happen, everybody. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I wish I could tell you. What I can tell you is I don't, you know, if I made 30 racks in the last few weeks, I'm not going to sit there and put it all back on the line. Maybe I make, you know, I might risk $2,000, $3,000, but I'm not risking it all. So you do whatever makes you happy. But, you know, I don't have to go all in ever for any reason. And if you ever feel like you are forced to trade, don't trade. You know, I just should never feel, and a trader, anyone who decides to trade should never feel forced to trade. If you feel forced to trade, something's up. You know, your strategy should tell you what's likely going to happen and make it seem clean. You know, and you should be okay with what you're willing to lose. Be like, well, I'm willing to lose this amount, and that's what's going to happen. So, like, I mean, we've been here many times. BOOKMAP suggests we get the dump. The charts don't look amazing. Probability seems to be leaning to the downside, if I had to call it here. Yeah, there was some 8-hour bearish divvy too. And remember, the bigger time frames, you know, the weekly could be closing bearish. So I guess we're calling more for a dump today than anything else. But I would just need that confirmation of the loss of the 200 MA on the 15, the 1 hour. That would preferably be the best look. About to lose it there on the 7. We're kind of making an M pattern there on the 5. After kind of what's looking like a little bit of like a cup and handle kind of flag thing there. And the best bet too, we just go sideways for maybe 1 more hour. But like, Bitcoin's going to have to pick a decision soon. It doesn't get this tight. You know, look, here was a range. 1, boom, 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 boom. Like, something's going to happen. And I give it, you know, we could put shift here and go right. Make sure you're on the cross. But if you hold shift, and we could time that out, I mean, 4 hours at tops, and you're going to be so tight in there. So in less than 4 hours, Bitcoin's going to make a decision. That's why I love technical analysis. It tells you what's going to happen. Like, and it can tell you where you're likely going to go. It gives you the levels to watch. Right there, 101, 140. That is the area that BOOKMAP has all the liquidity just hanging out like that. Look, there it is right there. So anyway, I gave you everything I could about BTC on the day. Don't be too crazy. Sam, I can hear the dump in your voice. Thank you. Appreciate that. Giga Chat has been pumping slowly this morning. Yeah, a lot of coins have been doing a little bit of damage. Let's take a look at the bubbles here. NPC. I love this coin. I don't know. I just love the whole idea of an NPC. I think it's hilarious. You see NPCs all the time. I'm like, what is that? So on the day, there's been some green and some red. Coins that were up yesterday obviously got taken profits. This Kita just continues to rip. We're going to talk about Kita. Mudang. Pal. So Kita just keeps coming at us. 179 million on the market cap. Must have seen it when it was maybe 100 million. They got on AERO drone number 1, which is pretty cool, right? You can get it for the wrapped ETH. So it's like in that ecosystem. Bing X, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You never did. I don't think it's on MEXC, though, which is interesting. It's on Blowfin, though. Kita. We can snatch it on AERO Bing X, which I do have a link for. Interesting. So it's a scalable, efficient solution. Kita serves as a common ground for diverse payment networks, facilitating direct interactions across multiple blockchains. Its native tokenization and rule engine allows participants to create and manage digital or real-world assets with comprehensive control and compliance integrated directly into the protocol. By enabling trusted KYC providers to issue secure digital certificates for user accounts, Kita ensures regulatory compliance and digital identity verification while maintaining privacy and high security standards. With a performance capacity of 10 million transactions per second and a settlement time as low as 400 milliseconds, Kita is poised to revolutionize the blockchain landscape by offering unprecedented performance and utility. You see a lot of the people that are into DeFi, maybe not really wanting to get down. Kato, man, another hot one back at $2. Hey Anon is another thing we looked at yesterday, up 38%. And we had our weekly screen share last night. We went over a lot of different coins. I hope people really took advantage of that, had a blast. 103,470. Bitcoin seems to be struggling, was at 103.9. Looked almost like it was about to crack 104,000. Now it looks like it's about to break this line and take the dump. I mean, that's an M pattern. And that has a measured move 68% of the time. It looks like that's going to, once that breaks that trend line, it's kind of a wrap. And you really want to see that 15-minute crack to 200. Then the bears are in control here. Let's see if we have enough volume for the bears to even make a move. But something's brewing very soon. Bitcoin's just too tight inside the channel. Okay, deep, fast, dip, and then strong rip. Hey, can you please explain simple moving averages versus exponential? Also, what are people using the 50 for? Thank you. The 50 crosses the 200. We call it a death cross and a golden cross. Very important part of trading, really, the 50-day moving average. People use it a lot. Also, when you get a bounce off it on the weekly or the daily, it can hold you before getting to the 200. It's a pretty interesting time frame. Definitely want to get into it. Can we get the likes up to the watches, everybody, here on a Friday? I know Friday people don't want to put in the work. More people want to take the day off. They want to go play. It's the weekend. It's Monday. It's May. Less people want to come here on a Friday. Monday, everybody's here, ready to make gains. They want to start the week off right. Again, let's be honest. A lot of people get wrecked throughout the week. They don't make it to Friday. All right, so if you're here watching me right now, some people are so disgusted with themselves they can't look at the charts, right? They can't watch me. They don't want to talk about trading. They got obliterated and liquidated. Because if you're here right now and you're watching me, either you're able to get over your losses, lick your wounds, or you didn't lose that bad because you paid attention and have proper risk management. I'm going to teach you how to just be level-headed and realize this isn't a game where you just chuck money. It's a game where you have thought process behind everything you do. You really sit back and you plan it out, and you have to have a plan. You know, you're not going to be great to start, but you got to start to be great, right? You got to start. So Bitcoin likely getting this dump now, not looking amazing. Looking like it's going to shred us to the downside here. Ugly. My stop loss is pretty close, so I'm not risking too much here. I'm smart. But dang, man, it looks like it's definitely going to head and shoulder to the downside. Take the short, Sammy. Why don't you short it? Have a really hard time shorting when we're in an uptrend like this. I could see us wicking it, bringing it back to the pattern. You know, it's like, but that is, I mean, let's be honest. It's a head and shoulder pattern at this point. That's a shoulder. That's a head. That's a shoulder. There's a neckline. Looks like you're headed down to 101,750 to me. And there you go. I mean, we called 103,250. It looks like it's about to go down into the blood. And now you can learn how to use BOOKMAP too for the first time in your life. You're like, how did he use this program that's showing him where price action is going to go? It's like a cheat code to the game, right? Yeah. Let's take a look at the DXY. DXY absolutely ripping to the upside. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs above the 15-minute 200. So, like, that's cracking the 200 MA. Again, though, it could end up making just, look, it could be shoulder, head. It just could make a right shoulder and don't. I'm going to be doing the macro analysis on the DXY later on today. It did the beautiful dump that we needed it to. But wow, you know, some news came out about gold being produced in a lab, right? I mean, that's it for gold. It's over. And it was only a matter of time they're going to alchemize gold. They turned lead to gold. It came out on the news today. It's over, man. You know, the second they did that for diamonds, the diamond industry tanked. You know that, right? Because now when you go and buy a diamond, they say, do you want a real diamond or you want a lab produced? There's no difference. You can't see any difference. No one's ever going to know if you got a lab produced diamond or not. I guess, you know, lab produced are less expensive. But, you know. So, I don't know. I'm just, you know, Bitcoin, I believe, is the scarcest asset in the world, and people just don't listen or believe me. Anyway, it fell out of the pattern, got back inside. I've seen this many times, honestly, to the point of no return. Like literally, like, even though it looks wrong, it's right. And the DXY booming on the 1 hour time frame. Very interesting times, right? And look, it got above the 200 MA on the 4 hour. Made a bit of like that rising wedge. Again, not amazing. Let's see if it can, you know, here it is. It has resistance right there. See if it makes a right shoulder and bellies over, or does it head all the way to the top of the channel? It does look like we may be in for some dumpage here on BTC, right? I don't know, though. In any moment, we could get a flip, too. Like, that could turn into the right shoulder. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Yeah, wow, mixed signals. Market's tough today. Imagine thinking gold is superior to Bitcoin. I know, right? I would like to trade time. That sounds amazing. Amen. Sammy, what's your take on Kronos? I think it's good to go up over time. It's got a great team, right? They're well doxed. They're around. They've been around a long time. They're a real project. You could use the card. I mean, I've never been a huge fan. Like, I don't have it. I don't use it all the time. But it's you know, what can you say about it? They've been spot on for a long time. You know, Bitcoin and the DXY could bump together, too. Yeah. I got some lab-grown gold. Any takers? Half, I know, right? I want to trade time. That sounds amazing. Shout out to Patrick Bateman. Imagine they could go there. You're funny. The 1 week bull market was so awesome. I know, right? Well, Bitcoin got a nice huge pump back to, you know, $100,000. But there's no guarantees that we're going to be ripping and continually ripping, you know. Funny Bob. Meme coins went on a bit of a run recently. Kind of caught me off guard, a couple of them. But we did catch Myro. We caught WOJAK, Myro, and WIF. So if you were watching my channel or in the trading group, like this move for, honestly, what's got my goat recently is the meme coins look like they're in like bull flags, like ready to possibly make some other moves here at one point. Maybe it's a slow bleed on the bigger time frames. Let's take a look. This will represent most of your meme coins. So I mean, WOJAK went from, let's see, I have to look. We did a 2.7x. It's still holding about a 2x right now. But right below the 3-day 200 MA, you would expect the 200 to give you problems on a bigger time frame. And then you kind of see it just, that's like almost double toppy. It's like descending triangle-esque, like it may come down for more. But it's suggesting, fine, a little bit of a pullback, but it's not the end of the world. It's higher lows. You know. Looks like a little pullback, and then we're ready to rock. 4 or 5 days, you know. Thanks for your teaching. I made good gains in the last month and now enjoying the profits, chilling for a month. And the Canary Islands. This man is literally in the Canary Islands because he watched the channel. True story, right? Please take pictures and post on Twitter. Get a Twitter account. Send the pictures at the Canary Islands so I can repost and say, and show people the life you're living because you watch the channel, man. You can't grow Bitcoin in a lab. That's what I'm saying. It's exactly what I'm saying. This guy's got it. Get this guy a cookie. He knows what's up. Shout out to the 1,750 people here on the live. 461 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers. Let's get the energy up. Let's go. It's one of the greatest days of our lives is today, baby. You'll never live today again. Make today the greatest day of your life when you put your head down on your pillow tonight. Today should be so amazing, so beautiful, so awesome that you're just like, you know what? It's one of the most amazing days of my entire life. Blessed this Friday, May 16th of 2025. We're all so lucky to be alive. So a lot of people woke up and they weren't alive this morning. Understand that? The first thing, you know what the first thing I did when I woke up this morning? After putting my, what's the cool term out? My swami. After putting the swami, getting it ready there. Because I sleep strapped at all times. But that's the first thing I do is I check my weaponry first thing in the morning. Then, of course, I got to go to the bathroom. I don't know about you, but the first thing I got to do every day is go to the bathroom right when I wake up. I'm like, I got to pee. And I hit the ground and I say, lightly, not to wake everybody up, but I say it out loud. I say, Dear Lord, thank you for the use of my legs that I may walk to the bathroom. And then I'm like, wow, like all the money in the world wouldn't matter, would it, if I was injured? And people get injured in car accidents. Sometimes they're 17-year-old kids, they're with a friend. Friend does something stupid and they get injured. For the rest of their lives, they're living with, you know what I mean? And so there's so many people out there that are struggling right off the bat when they wake up in the morning. And so, I mean, the ability to have all my facets, my eyes, ears, nose, and legs, you too. And, some people here don't have their leg right now on the stream. I'm sure there might be someone. There's a couple people that I have shown their prosthetics on the live or told me about it on the live. Not shown it on the live, but told me, But the whole point is staying grateful for what you have immediately when you wake up. And you build from there. And that gratitude continues to grow in your trading, in your life, and how you treat your family, your friends, how I run the show, how I dress. Everything is important. No BS, you know what I mean? WOJAK looks interesting to me. And a lot of memes look like this. And while there's a lot of fear, there's opportunity, right? I always got to repeat that. Let's talk about that WIF run. WIF went on a massive run. Most people didn't think, when I put the chart out, it was possible. I recently said WIF was probably going to do it again, and it bounced off $1 to 110. This thing is ready to rip all the way to 1.755. Absolute insanity. Look at that. 1.75. It's peaking out. It's oversold. It's got some hidden bullish divergence because you got to swing down on the RSI while you got to swing up in price action. And bang, bang, bang. We got a beautiful super chat here from Land to Sea Realty. In Vegas, you tip the dealer when you win. Here's to you, Sam. Keep the great calls coming. See you in Vegas. Shout out to Kevin, man. God bless you. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to my man, Master Friend. Shout out to Defund Shorts. Shout out to Arista, Tony Rosas, Fred Stone, Mario, Marcus. 99 will change your life. God bless you. Shout out to Land to Sea Realty. God bless you, man. Hope everything's going well with that business. Hope we could do some realty deals. Whoever that is out there. Sammy, can you check Jasmine? AST is about to rip, somebody says. Love everybody here. I mean, WIF looks nice. It's broken out. The 8 hour looks like it's about to rip. It's like the hottest coin, and people are wishing they got in. It's poking out right now. And I gave this trade just, even last night, we looked at it together. I wouldn't be surprised if WIF goes for some more here. The target is 175 for WIF. And someone asked about a few. I'm looking at the chat now. If you guys, if you have a hot coin, let me know about your coins. I like to scan the chat too. The chat gives me ideas and coins. I mean, it's important. We want to. To make gold very expensive technique. Yeah. God bless everybody here on the live. I took the WIF call. I hope it goes well, man. Shout out to Michael Pa. You're funny, right? And shout out to the $500 super chat, man. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. You didn't have to give, but you did. It's just like the third time we've got a $500 super chat. I think it's the fourth time in the last 10 days. 2 from the guy from AED, right? The AED guy, the Abu Dhabi guy, and then, or the Dubai guy, and then 1 from our man Michael Pa, and then now Land to Sea. God bless you guys. Thank you so much. That's very nice of you. And shout out to anyone that gives a super chat, whether it's $9.99 or $500. You are blessed. I don't want you ever to think that the $500 diminishes a small super chat. Any super chat is blessed, everyone. But wow, thank you so much for the 500. That's absolutely absurd. May God bless you. Thank you. So whiff, man. 175. Can it continue to pump? Punchy Penguin, someone had said XCN, SUIP. Yeah, it did. I saw that SUIP pad looking like it was going to rip for possibly more, too. For some gains here. I mean, look at that thing mooning. And then I'm wondering, is Deep Book going to moon then if SUIP's mooning? I mean, Deep Book looks interesting. Let's talk about Deep Book for a second here. So everything's kind of at the whim for Bitcoin, right? Like Bitcoin. But the last time Bitcoin dipped too, the altcoins handled it pretty well. Honestly, Deep Book looks like it's going to go on a tear here and run back up to a new all-time high. Tells me that SUI could go on a bit of a move here too. I'd watch Deep Book pretty closely. There's a chance Deep Book goes on a massive move. Look at that. See this cup and handle on the daily. Shout out to Dutang. Thank you so much for becoming an exclusive lifer. And shout out to the $500 super chat again. He said, in Vegas, you tip the dealer when you win. Here's to you, Sam. Keep the great calls coming. See you in Vegas. Honestly, Vegas will be here it's 16. And everybody, the QR code is right there on the screen. If you want to take a look at it, right up there. Las Vegas, embrace game theory. Join the lifer in Bitcoin Las Vegas. It's going to be absolutely amazing in the Venetian. I'm going to be there for just 2 days. I usually do a 4-day trip, and I'm there on either end. And I already was in Dubai for a long time, away from my family. I'm not going to do that to them. So I told them I'm going for 2 quick days. And Daddy's only on 1 quick business trip, and Daddy's coming home. Crazy as like a YouTuber, right? We go on these business trips, and like I'm always like on the plane with like I always wear like a nice jacket, and I always look all nice. You know why? Because I used to ride the plane, going snowboarding with some one of my friends or whatever I was doing. I don't know. I didn't get to go that many places, but when I did go somewhere, and and you saw like the fancy businessmen, I was like, that's gonna be me one day. And so now when I like to fly, I like to be that fancy businessman you see in the plane in the airport, It's funny to me because it's all like my own thing, but it's cool, You guys don't care. I know you don't care. I keep this stuff to myself. Nobody cares. But Deep Book Protocol looks interesting. I like what I'm seeing here. See how the 200's moving up to price? We get a bounce. And again, it's an aggressive entry right now at 18. When it bounces, it gets tight. It starts to tell a bit of a story, right? 103,500. Bitcoin holding pretty nicely in a standing pattern here for the day. Deep Book looking extra crispy. I'd keep Deep Book on the radar. I'm going to put an alert here. So to me, it says don't buy now. Put an alert. It could easily drop out of the pattern and dump. We don't touch it. Bitcoin dumps and everything collapses. We don't have. But if Bitcoin holds and everything rips up, Deep Book stays sideways. And that's what you don't realize. Just 4 hours, 2 hours. It's a 4-hour time frame. 2 to 3 hours, maybe 16 hours. Could be the difference between a great entry and just doing the wrong thing. And people see a setup in the group and they think it's time to buy. That's why this one is set alerts. Spread your love. And keep it on the radar. Next thing you know, you got a bunch of alerts waiting for you. It all looks ready to rock. And all right. What I'm saying now. Yeah, Sam here, Paul, LFG. Sam, that's good. Your dreams, keeping you alive, keeps your drive. It's good. God bless you with thousands fold. Thank you so much. And land to see that will come back to you tenfold. By tomorrow, $5,000 is going to fly back into your life somehow, some way. Watch it. It happens every time. Yeah. I've been in Deep Book trade for a week. Hey, making money takes time. Let's take a look at Centrifuge, CFG. And I see it on CoinEx. Wow, went on a massive pump and, you know what I mean? I don't know what happened there, but again, they do pump up to their daily 200 MAs and then just people take profits. They've been in for a while. They can't believe it. And so there's just I don't know what happened there though. I don't like stuff like that. It looks weird to me. Like it did a full Fibonacci retracement in like an hour, 2 hours, right? Back to the 786. One would only assume it would have to bounce back to the upside now after such a sell-off, right? I wouldn't touch it. I've known the coin for a while. It's all right. Never been my thing. Sammy, you the best, says Samuel Adiabu. You're the best. Much love to you and the fam. Shout out to you, Samuel. You got the best name in the game. My name. Sammy, Aerodrome, baby. Let's take a look at our baby AERO. And, you know, with new coins coming out on AERO, it would only kind of tell me that AERO's getting some love. All right. Not so much, though. Let's take a look. AERO had that beautiful bump back to 81, was looking beautiful. Absolutely beautiful over here. Got rejected. It is on the way, though. The tight moving averages, it's on the way slowly back to its daily 200 MA. Could take some time. There is some supportive resistance right here. As resistance could become support. Look for the bounce for AERO. Looks a little, you know, it's not amazing. I need some confirmation here, and I want some better market structure on price action. But we get this, again, watch for the bounce, tightness, that gets tight. So that's worth a flag because, I mean, an alert, that actually hits the alert. I see what I'm happening inside the flag. We go to 130, 177, or 133.77 there. 1.30377 for Aerodrome. That'd be a nice gain or two from this low here. So there could be an aggressive entry on some of these coins. Love the energy, Sam. Can you check SNSY real quick? Keep it up, G. You know what? The way you said that, I will do that for you. God bless you. You're awesome. Let's take a look at SNSY. And remember, I'm not the only one in my trading group. We've got awesome people in the group that are also searching the market, using the strategies, tips, and tricks that I've found worked very well to make gains and to help the whole entire team make gains and to find. So we got 4 elite people scanning the market as well as me, as well as the other, you know, the thousands of people in the group that are doing their thing, helping each other out, pushing each other to the limit, and making it happen. I grew this group one step at a time, one day at a time, years and years of doing this. Years. I've been on YouTube now for 5 years, if you can believe it. It'll be 6 years this September. 6 years of my life dedicated, you know, and by 2021, I realized how much the channel wasn't growing fast enough. I realized that if I needed to grow, what I had to do to take it to the next level, and I took my life to a next level. I dedicated myself to God. I got off the alcohol. I stopped hanging out with people that didn't serve me. I got focused. I learned all the things that I listened to Jim Rohn. I kept working out. I had another child to keep myself at home, so I had to be, you know, more kids, more responsibilities, keeps all the other stuff away. You're home with the wife. You're doing the right thing. I dedicated myself to my trading group, to my channel, to my trades, and to my wife and family, and bang, and to God. God number one, and never everything else just continued to roll. This $500 super chat, I give it to God. God's the reason why I got it. All the $500 super chats, all the things in my life, it's God. If you're not ready to submit to God, if you hate me, if you know, some people are like, oh, he's doing the God thing again, I'm signing off. That's fine. My message is for those that are on the whim right now. You're in between. You know where you need to go, and you're just not ready to commit to God. It's time to commit and submit to God. Your time is now. It's here. Once I submitted, my life blew up. Everything started to go my way. It was absolutely amazing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to tell you, but it's all about you here. Look at this beautiful bounce here off the bottom of the channel. Signs of life for Bitcoin. Defying the odds of the shorts. Anyone that went short right now just got smashed again. And you can see, well, I'm going to stay long as we stay above the 200 MA. This has made me so much money. And because I learned how to use the 200, my whole life has changed. All right. Sam, thank you for teaching us how to fish and not just giving us signals. I paid my first bill from trading, made me one step closer to living the dream. You're not only a mentor, but a big brother. I got to make sure people can learn from me and actually learn actionable skills from me. I see a lot of people on YouTube, and it's cool. You can represent, you can make money, you can call yourself a KOL, but do you actionably change lives? Does your education help people get to another level? For me, I must be getting constant feedback from you guys. Shout out to the 37,500 followers on Twitter. Keep it up. I appreciate it. Let's blow past 40K. I know we could do it. I need each and every one of you to open Twitter accounts, x.com, and let's go. Let's go. Jim Rohn is my number one, and see, Tony Robbins is a Jim Rohn guy. See, Jim, I'm giving you guys what you could get anywhere else. Tony, all that stuff, you get it in my trading group for $9.99.99. You know, anything you're getting from Tony Robbins, you're going to get from me. I am competing with all those people in a way, or adding to the space. I guess there's no competition, but I will guide you. Look at me, day in and day out, no days off. Here I am again on a Friday. We are not going to stop. You're a part of this because you love it. I'm a part of it because I love it. Look, the second I say it's the 777s, 1777 on the bang, $500 in super chats. I can buy my whole family dinner yet again and not think about it at all. Super chats, what a concept. What another stream of income. Like, that's a stream of income, a super chat. That's insane. Doge looking nice. We've talked about it. We've gone over it. It's here in front of your eyes. Can we look at Uni token and ONDO? We'll take a look at Uni. We can't double up on the super chats. If everyone doubled up, we would get a lot. Eventually the super chats get pretty crazy. And the energy ramps up. You can see when the energy starts to rip. Bitcoin, $104,000. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Get off me. The DXY making that right shoulder. Collapsing, right? Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Senorita. Sayonara, senorita. Let's see this thing take a dump easy. And next thing you know, people are going to realize, you know what? See, an institution's going to realize that they got to get into Bitcoin. And every time the price goes low, they go, you know what, I should get in. He got in last week. You know, Billy's getting in next week. I heard about this fund dumping on in. What do you do when everybody's jumping on in and then you're late to the party? What do you do? I think you front run. That's what I would do. I would start at least nibbling. And so there's, I'm a nibble. But then everybody nibbles. What happens when every institution takes a nibble? OTC, eventually they're like, you know what? I'm going to the exchange a little bit too. I'm going to get greedy. I didn't get enough OTC. And then what happens is this, they start pumping this price, man. There's a supply shock for Bitcoin. There's less Bitcoin on the exchanges than in history, but more people know about it. More funds, more states, more nation states want Bitcoin. And you're sitting there wondering about buying BTC. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But I got myself pretty well off by buying BTC throughout the last 8 years, and it's changed my life. And I would love 9 years, basically. I'd like you to do the same. And again, I can't force you to do anything, but I can keep teaching you the knowledge and give you the history book. They print money to zero. They're going to print your dollar continuously over time. Over time, they're going to continue to print your dollar bill, yo. Get the money. Dollar bill, yo, right? Again, back to brass tacks. If you're just jumping on in and you're watching my channel, you're wondering what's happening. We're watching Bitcoin in this tight channel. They're threatening to create a head and shoulder pattern, which is creating induction of short price action. But I'm watching this as a symmetrical triangle that could go either way. I am bullish because we're above the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame. As long as we stay above this yellow line, the 200. I know you think I'm crazy. You hear me say this stuff to the point of no return. You're like, this guy's annoying with this yellow line stuff. But again, if you can get lockstep with it, if you can go steady with the 200, like we talked about, make it your wife, bring it to tennis games. You know what I mean? You know, go golfing with it. Like, no one goes golfing with their wife. Go golfing with your wife. The whole reason golf was made, right? It's like gentlemen only, ladies forbidden, you know? Hey, sorry. Sexist jokes. I don't think that's true. Like, I want to actually golf with my wife. I love my wife. I'm a Sally compared to the masculine man. Me and my wife get along like this. We're best friends. I hang out with my wife all the time. If I can do something with my wife, I'm doing it with her. She's also sexy as hell, and she gets me going, man. I have to be honest, I can't think about my wife without just wanting to tear her. Oh my, she is just, Sorry, I shouldn't talk about my wife like that, right? She's beautiful though, and I love her, man. And I desire her all the time. She's so sweet and so, oh man, I love my wife. Sorry. She's been good to me, man. There's an overstock of pants. People are getting away from pants. Sam is taking over. No pants. What's happening? So I'm long for Bitcoin here with a stop below the 200 MA. And I'm long on Bitfinex. I'm long on Weeks. And I'm long on MEXC. Heck yeah, I'm long all over the board. I got longs on every single exchange. I'm up 133 on the 33. 25% gains. Imagine coming home to 25% gains on Bitfinex. Link to Bitfinex in the description. We make trading fun. We get $500 super chats. This is the stream This is the energy you want to be around because you guys create the best energy in the game. I would never come to any other place but here, baby. The lifers, baby! The lifers! We did it! Lose my voice. We did it, man. We created probably the strongest community in all of cryptocurrency. Nobody could mess with us. I love this game. I love what we're doing, and I love each and every one of you. I love my life. I love being a part of something bigger than myself, and I like teaching. If I can do this for the rest of my life, may God bless me. Let's get back to the super chat. Someone asked about Uni. And I mean, back to the 21-day moving average with oversold in the 12 is a beautiful place to be. Many, many times that is going to be your bounce, and its previous support is resistance. I mean, I don't see how that doesn't rip. Again, a stop loss is always needed. But I see that ripping. I think there's better charts out there. You have to take the aggressive long at the actual moment of bounce. But you may be catching the bounce right now. Like Friday, you know, today could be the day. Today could be the day. People came out of good CPI is good tariffs are reduced. Now, why the heck is the market bleeding? The market's not bleeding. Take a deep breath. Everything's okay. You got to induce shorts to get a massive short squeeze. So you got to pull the price, make it look like it's going to dump. They even created a head and shoulder for us. You should be so happy. They did everything you've ever asked for. Look, they created a head and shoulder for you to induce shorts. Look at this. They got the shorts. They got them ready to go. They don't know how to trade the 200 MA. They don't know this thing's about to break out and rip to the upside. Sam's about to make a boatload of money again. We're all about to rejoice here. And it's like, you were scared. No, you were scared. No, you were scared. Hold on. Where do I have it? I got it. I got it. Is it this button? Yeah, there it is. I love that. You got to love that, right? But man, let's go. Trade starting to rip up 182, up 34%. Let's get the rippage on. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes here. I got to match. I got to make more. You know, whenever I get a big super chat, I always feel like I got to make more than the super chat. Like yesterday, I got a $500 super chat. I made $1,000 trading. It's like I can't rely on just the super chats. You know, but I like it's like a little game for me. Shout out to Jamie Zeno. Jamie is running. Yo, Jamie's awesome. God bless you, Jamie. My man. My ride or die, man. My wife, my kids, and Jamie. And Sean, yo, everyone on my team's so loyal. Like, it's hard not to be a family with the way we run the company. Bitcoin ripping 104, 149. Sammy may be in this long, and it's crazy. It looked like it was going to dump. No one in their right mind would have longed. It was out of control, but we were above the 200. Look at the 1 hour stochastic. They say yes. They say yes. I say yes. Hit the link to BitTinex, Weeks, or MEXC. MEXC leaves fees. Weeks has an awesome way to separate the trades and do some fun stuff. And BitTinex has higher fees, but the scalping mechanisms and the way you can move the stop loss and just a fast way you can jump in and out of trades is also absolutely amazing. One thing I also have to show you here right now, right today, is this shoulder. Shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. That's a complex inverted head and shoulder. 68% of the time that's going to break out. We also showed you the 4 hour double bottom. That's what's called confluence. You have two patterns that both have a 68% chance of breaking to the upside. And again, we didn't forget about ETH. I can't believe nobody asked about ETH today. I can't believe nobody asked about ETH. Let's take a look. And again, in any second, this could dump, turn red. But look at all the liquidity is gone on the squeeze. Remember that a little bit, but not, it's not as deep as it was. And now it's like, hey, I'm going to 104.750 and I'm going to 104.340. Looks like they're about to squeeze the shorts to the upside. Whoever just jumped on in, I would have liked more red to get brought in. I didn't see enough people open shorts. But I think we got enough. I mean, look at the red there. We got enough shorts. Now the closest red is 104.795. We are ripping at 104.200. We are ripping, folks. We are ripping. Anyone that's long with me is in them gains, baby. In them gains. On a Friday afternoon, a Friday morning, it feels like the afternoon. On a Friday, and you're in them gains with the lifer. And again, maybe we get rejected here, and this becomes a nothing burger. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch on a low-volume Friday. Who knows? Daddy needs a new set of tires. Hey, baby. Watch out for the weekend trap. Hey, you never, I agree, anything can happen, but I'm just watching this liquidity get eaten up. And we just bounced basically almost $1,000 there. My ETH trade is printing. Let's take a look at Ethereum. SNS looks good to me. It looks like it just has to come a little bit more and then it's going to rip. I'll put an alert on SNS. Yeah, I just there's a pattern to my madness and I just look for it everywhere. Sorry, SNSY. Forgive me there for misspeaking on that. How dare I do such a thing? It's very uncanny for me to do that, but, I did it. It's not right. Abstract chain coins are doing great today. Let's take a look at NIL. And I already did CFG. The NIL token. I already like what I'm seeing. I see that cup and handle right off the bat. Out of the corner of my eye. It's doing what we're seeing for a lot of coins. A lot of coins took the dump after a bump. I also see, you see what's happening there? See a shoulder, a bit of a head, and possibly a right shoulder, and then it breaks on out. Definitely looks like it's about to pump, though, as far as I'm concerned, and it's bouncing off support. It's about to break out. You're basically buying pre-breakout. Again, be careful, everybody. Anything could happen. But Bitcoin holds above 104,000. That's very bullish for the whole market in general. And we get a huge move here to the upside, right? I see 68 cents, possibly coming 45 cents. And that is absolutely amazing, right? I mean, look at that. 0.592 is that first, the first resistance. That looks like it's going to boom. I know nothing about this coin. I don't own it. I don't care anything. It's not. It doesn't matter to me when I do the TA. I'm just giving the technical analysis here. $104,770 for Bitcoin. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Shout out to the 1,897 beautiful souls here on the live. 600 likes, $536 in chat revenue. Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Let's take a look here at the super chats and see what's happening. 11:16 in the morning. You people are awesome. Can you look at NIL? Will it go to an all-time high? So we took the look at NIL. Thank you. Now, I think that was one of the first. Sorry. It's my favorite time of the day. Let's go. Go to the gym, bro. I love you. I'm so grateful for today. God bless you. Thoughts on REVS? Not the only charm of the project. We looked at that. Pretty good. I ended up jumping on in. And Eric Dumps, look at that. Probably go to zero, man. High risk, high reward. I wouldn't touch any of that nonsense. Bitcoin got a pullback there, too. Back to 103,970. So we looked at REVS. NIL will go to an all-time high. I don't know. Possibly. Sam, could you please look at Centrifuge? The 99 will change your life. Thank you for saying that. He sends $10 in to tell you that my trading group will change your life. Can we look at Unity Token and ONDO, please? We'll take a look at ONDO. And shout out to Artizic15. And shout out to everybody that gave here. I appreciate you. Tundra, Marcus, Artisic, Dutang, Ibrahim, Awad, Ivan Roke, TNB Willa, and go to the Jimbro and Land to Sea Realty with the $500 super chat. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. We appreciate you and love you. So ONDO. I'm looking for ONDO to create a higher low here and boom to the upside, and it has some wiggle room. It could go a little lower too. The lowest I could see is 93, a wick to 88 even. That'd be the last buy area for me, anywhere between about 92 and 97. And then it rips back to the top of the channel, and then it probably, we're gone. I see ONDO headed to 156 not too long from now. And I'm in ONDO heavy, so yeah. 103,960 for Bitcoin. Really not putting it down. It's looking pretty hot and heavy here today. in the chats. Vegas is 10 days away. Everyone, I can't wait for Bitcoin Vegas. Hit the link to jump on in. Hit the QR code. I'm going to be in Vegas. I can't wait to see you there. It's going to be awesome. God bless anyone that wants to jump on in. It's just going to be a good time. And we'll be stacked with security ready to rock. But Bitcoin 2025, May 27th to the 29th in Las Vegas. Are you kidding me? That's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of not the next week, but the following week. I mean, that's just so, I can't believe it. It's 11 days from now. I got back from Dubai. When was that? On May 5th. I got back home like in the morning or something. Yeah, May 5th in the afternoon. Monday. I've been home from Dubai for 11 days. Like, that's how quick it goes, man. Look, they got Bitcoin Abu Dhabi. I think I got to Abu Dhabi, man. I think I'm going to have to do that. That looks like a trip that may have to be made. But this was awesome. Bitcoin 2025 in Las Vegas. These are other events. These are the big one. This is the big one, though. And if you hit the link, you can jump on into Bitcoin Las Vegas. It's going to be all sorts of speakers. You're going to meet people. You're going to see things you never thought possible. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So get ready. Get suited up. Bo Hines, everyone's going to be there, man. Jack Mahler's. It's going to be a blast. So I can't wait to see you guys there. We also go to dinners. There's events afterwards. A lot of socialization, a lot of parties, a lot of fun, a lot of awesomeness. And it's just a good time overall. And Bitcoin Las Vegas. So look, that little spike came back down, hanging out inside the channel. Sideways price action. Don't expect a lot on a Friday. The fact that we got a pump like that is enough. Yeah. The disciplined trading will pay for my Bitcoin conference trip next year. Hey, that's a great, I would put that up on the wall and say, hey, if I trade well, I can pay for my conference next year. Please check Profi or Pro Real Estate Token. Man, I just fell into a little bit of money. I should try to go to Vegas. I got to think if I can get some days off, this might happen. Hey, man, you would love it. You would enjoy it. You would come back with a new perspective for sure. Flight's not that long, 5.5 hours. The way back's like, it's 4:45, you know. There's a discounted hotel room price I can give you too, I believe. I still have access to. I think it still runs, so I could give that to you. Let me know. I might have to come to Bitcoin Vegas. I'm from the UK, but family live nearby. His family lives nearby. Hey, man. It's going to be a really good time. Hit the QR code. I do get a commission if you come in, but it's like, it's not I'm pushing it because every time I go to a Bitcoin event, I remember it for the rest of my life. Any crypto event. It's different, and you think you've been to events in your life, but then you go to an event where you're really part of something that you've been a part of for a long time, and you realize this is your family. And you can spark a conversation with almost anybody there. And there's movers and shakers and builders and really inspiring people too that will they can teach you, you'll give an idea and think I could never do that, and they'll tell you a job that they think you're already good at, and you'll be like, wait, next thing you know, you'll have a contact the week from there. You could be working in crypto and you don't even know how it happened. I'm telling you, stay open-minded, become part of cryptocurrency, become part of the industry. That's how you start, is show up to one of these events and start meeting people. You got to meet us. You got to become part of the industry. You could be working in crypto right now and being a trader. You could have it all. Why not? There's so much jobs in crypto right now. It's a budding industry with so many different positions. If you like PR, if you like building, if you like marketing, all these different exchanges, there's so many places to work. I'm going to Bitcoin Las Vegas next year for sure. Can't wait. It may not be in Vegas next year. They're going to change the location every year. Yeah. But I have to spew it. I had to go hard here on a Friday. I usually don't like to shill too hard on the channel. Let's take a look at Red. Is Red still doing numbers or about to do numbers? Redstone's on my radar, revisiting that previous resistance and oversold in the stochastics. I don't own any of this coin, but it's been visited a lot. People talk about it. Seems to be getting some buzz. And let's take a look at Ethereum. Got to start looking at ETH every day now. It's back in the game again. So I longed this support of resistance. They dumped and got me. Then they ripped it back up, dumping. It looks like it may continue. You know, I'm watching this flag here. You can see, you know, really nothing to hide. It's the exact TA that I got going on. Just this is it. Can it stay inside this straight line, or does it make a right shoulder and completely dump? You can see how the market could get a bigger pullback or go on a massive tear. You know, I can see both sides of the story here. And I stick to moving averages, you know. This is the 8-hour. It's pretty far from the 21. The daily's pretty far from the 21. But you know what? We may just go sideways. I could see sideways or just a slow bleed before a bigger pump. So we're just watching this right now. Doesn't look amazing, right? Bitcoin back at 103,855. They're giving illusions of price action going either way. We're getting tight. I mean, a huge move has to come now. Like, that wasn't the huge move. We're getting too tight. 1 hour, 2 hour, like 3 to 6 hours. In 6 hours, you're out of the pattern. I just feel like, you know, something's going to give soon for Bitcoin. You dump, you're going to 101.8. You pump, at least to 101.5. And then from there, I don't know if we have the volume to get to 106 today on a Friday, but I'm going to check the price. Yeah, check them out. The hotel room's about $800, and it sleeps 4 people. Yeah, for 2 days. It's not bad. Or 3 nights. For 3 nights, I think it's like $800 for 3 nights. It's a discounted price for whatever reason. It's like $350 or $280 almost. It's like you have to pay $55 hotel fee every day, which is, you know, you can't get around that. That's what they do. Let's take a look at XCED and see what's happening to XCED here. Onyx coin. This thing likes to pump with stellar lumens. Had a massive pump just yesterday, all the way back to 222. Got a little bit of a sell-off. People like to take profits at these tippy tops. I just look at it in this like bigger picture. I say it's outside of the channel now. It's going to start wiggling out for maybe something bigger. But you know, this coin, something about this coin, and it moves slow, but over time, I see it just continuing to move with XRP and the kind of, you know, that whole ISO 222 ecosystem. We looked at AERO drone already. It looks pretty nice. Did we finish though with AERO? I think I did finish with AERO drone. You know, bouncing off the bottom of the pattern. We want to see it bounce here. Very important. Just like a lot of coins are in a falling wedge, we'd like to see a bounce. We talked about Total 3, which I'm going to go over again too with the macro technical analysis video. But again, we can't, you know, you can't see Total 3 lose 870. Then it's going to come and test 834, and it's, I guess we'd be in a falling wedge. Then it's not the worst thing in the world. I'd like this to consolidate a little neater. Get tighter in this channel bounce. It started to do so. I'd like it to follow through. Today's kind of a pretty big day, even though it's low volume Friday. Like we need some pretty nice closes. We need some big closes on certain coins. Funny, I'm looking at white, and it's just consolidating tighter and tighter. I got an alert here. Something's brewing on this coin. Only a matter of time. It looks like that could break out. This is white rock. You know, they got black rock. This is white rock. Funny. You got your version. We got ours over here. The white rock, right? We don't need all these lines. That's on my radar. I got an alert on it. You can see price action. Whenever I see price action getting tight, stochastics getting low, even those two indicators alone, they're the beginning of what I start looking at. It's not everything. I look for, you know, other kind of things around that idea. Wow, beautiful boom out there. It was a flag that broke out there. Look at that. See, similar things. See how we started to get tight and the Stokes were low, and then something came out of that. I'm always stalking tight price action. You know, RSI price moving up while RSI is trending down, which is called hidden bullish divergence. You'll break above the previous high. That's what happened there 90% of the time. Are you always on the same hour? Yeah. Are you always on the same hour? Yes, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every single day, Monday through Friday. Exactly, yeah. One day next week when I fly to Vegas, or in 2 weeks, I'm going to do the stream from like 9 to 11 because I got to take a cab to Tampa Airport for like an hour or something. So, and I got to get there by like 12:30. I don't like being late for my flights. I like waiting for my flights. It's very like, yeah. I'm the guy that if it's going to happen, it will happen. Murphy's Law. So if I play any games and I cut it too close, like there will be an accident, something will happen and I'll miss. So I always got to get there I got to be there about, I do the whole 2 hours before thing. I'm pretty good about it. I try not to push my limits there. Profi. I've known about Profi for a long time. Used to trade, it should be real world asset, right? That's something to do with real estate, property. It's been an uptrend slowly, but it's really just following. Now it's following Bitcoin. Like if Bitcoin dumps out, it'll dump. If Bitcoin pumps, it'll make it out. It's crazy how Bitcoin really runs the show. 103,790. Would have been nice to stay above 104 and rip, right? Not today, folks. I mean, Profi looks like it's going to start going on a tear here. It's making higher lows and getting tight. Got bullish divergence on the RSI there on the stochastics. Shout out to everybody here. Don't worry, I don't tell anyone where I go, man. What I need, I'll figure out what I'm good at. Taking longer than I'd like. Don't worry, man. There's someone armed and dangerous around at all times. Profi, please. White Rock Lines. What are you talking about, Sammy? I have no idea what he means. I will figure out what I'm good at. Taking longer than I'd like. Everyone has a purpose in this life, and your ups and downs are all there to teach you that purpose. Yeah, you can't use the toilet paper once it's expired. Are you kidding me? You're using expired toilet paper, bro? Oh, you're playing games with your life. Yeah, you got to check the expiration date on the toilet paper. If it's done, you can't touch it. 100%. I don't know why. I mean, you don't? My God, that's crazy. PRQ for a massive move, bottoming as we speak. Parsec, I own that coin. It's actually stuck in a Coinbase wallet that I can't get into. Sam, it's also the type of a guy that looks for, oh yeah. That's what I need. I'll figure out what I'm good at. Hey, it takes time, man. It takes time. Everyone, please subscribe to the channel. And yes, please subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 97,000 subscribers. And I would greatly appreciate it if you helped me get all the way to 97,000. From there, we're going to go to 98, and from 98 to 99, and from 99 to 100,000 subscribers. So I know we could do this. It can happen. We're at 96,200 right now, which is unbelievable. I'm so blessed. And here we are with the live count on our way up to the upside. Please subscribe to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. I want to talk about perseverance here. Look at my lifetime. Look how long it took me to get above 100 subscribers. I was doing this for a year, 2 years, and I had 800 subs. Everyone, after 3 years, I had maybe 10,000. Right there was my third year there. Or my second year, 2019 to 20. Yeah, after 2 years. After 3 years, then it got to, 30,000. After 4 years, I got to 50,000, 46. After 5 years, right there, I got somewhere to 71, and now coming up on 6 years, and we'll have cracked 6 years of my life, man. This is no joke, man. Like, come on. Like, everyone in the world wants to get paid quickly, fat. They want it so fat. Nothing is easy in this life. You will fight for every little bit you get, every single chance you get. And I just want to say thank you to anybody that subscribes to the channel, hits the like button, sends this to their friends, tells someone that they watched it. I greatly appreciate it. Sam, the other day I started watching your videos from 5 years ago. Crazy, right? And Bitcoin back up to being sent again. I love this game today. It's so fun, right? They're playing games with this Bitcoin price. It must be bugging people out that are on the small time. If you're on like 100x leverage on the 1 minute, you're bugging out right now. Yeah. What do you guys get to faster? $100K or 100K subscribers? All right. Are you kidding me? Hey, Sam, you are the GOAT. Listening to you now in the car. So my shout out to my parent. Sammy, listening, you're the GOAT. Listening to you now in the car with my parents. Attempting to teach them about crypto and the future potential. The time is now. How we pump from here to all-time highs while I'm camping. That's awesome, man. Lifer just reached 1,000. It's been hard, yeah. Bitcoin bulls at the gate. Bitcoin pumping again, back to 104,000. This thing is nipping at the heels of the bears. And thank you for gifting 20 memberships, Sarb Tamor. That's so nice of you to do. You didn't have to do that, but you did, man. Wow, you people are so giving on this channel. It's amazing. We got a $500 super chat, people giving memberships out. And we're still in the trade live, man, and we're so transparent here every single day. I can't wait to show massive gains if we get this huge pump to 105,000 later on today. It'd be so awesome. So blessed. So amazing. So shout out to all my awesome subscribers. Shout out to everybody here. I appreciate you all. And I thank you so much. Gratitude is the number one part. Yeah. Down for low liquidity weekend. Always still super bullish. Anything could happen, honestly. I'm open-minded. I'm going to take it one step, one day at a time. That's an inverted head and shoulders. 68% chance it breaks up to 106,950. So chance we get a bigger move here to the upside. All right. Have recommend your channel to thousands of the network. Thank you for saying that, Guardians of Gaia. I appreciate you for saying that. It doesn't matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. 100%. I love that. 100%. My dad used to say the same thing, man. As long as you don't go backwards, you keep pushing. Just like my Twitter followers. So please subscribe to my Twitter. 37,500 followers. I'd greatly appreciate it. Jump on in today at CryptoLifer33 on X.com. X.com, right? I'm blasting you in the studio while setting up for a session. That's awesome. Can you look at TIE? Thanks. God bless you. We did look at TIE as the higher low. Bitcoin 104,040 booming, showing strength that the bears just don't have the power here today. Looks like it might be a Freaky Friday, man. I found you, Sam, the day ETH went from proof of work to proof of stake. It was like 1 a.m. and you were live streaming. Oh, yeah, the EIJ 1559 and all that, too. It was 1 a.m. and you were live streaming. So, like, you were out of your mind. Never stop. Hey, I love y'all. This is the best channel on earth, man. I know it is because it's the best people ever that are a part of it. I mean, look at this thing. It's looking good, but it looks like it could stay tight. A big move is coming today. I'm telling you that. You can tell by how intense and how tight price action is getting big. Bitcoin's price action is getting very tight. Only a matter of time. We're going to see a move here for Bitcoin. Hi, Sam. What do you do a 24-hour stream in the future? I don't think so. That sounds insane. I guess I could do it, though. It'll be tough, though. Then the thing is, then I'll have to take a day off, right? After that, and then it won't be worth it. So. Shout out to Papa Joss. Yeah, Land to See Realty with the $500 super chat, everybody. Absolute insanity. Craziness. Craziness. Let's get back to Ethereum. He's like, what about ETH? We never finished. I know. Hey. So Ethereum, and I'm gonna do ETH actually on my macro analysis video. So I guess I kind of want to like dangle it a little bit, but fine. It pumped huge. Let's take a look. The weekly was beautiful, and it got above its weekly 200, which is the beginning of a bull run for anything in the world. When you're below the 200 on the weekly, you're in a bear market. So Ethereum was clearly in a bear market, and it needs to break back above this trend line. Clearly, like now it's above this trend line. It can basically bump and run this trend line, just like the other upside down. You bump and run, you dump. So you're looking for it to break out, retest, and it's gone. Good thing that it's above its weekly 200 MA. It could be the beginning of a massive catalyst. 3-day chart a little rejected the 200 MA here, and so this is kind of what we're all seeing. What we would like to see is a more lateral bounce and have it stay above this key area. It looks like it could make a shoulder ahead, maybe a right shoulder there. You know, that would take 4 to 5 days, and then, you know, but we want to see this just go sideways for 5 more days. Hold the 21 up, and then that's when the 21 gets close, boom. The measured move takes us to $3,630. That's its next big resistance area. A little bit of trouble at 2,800 and it's gone, right? It loses this, then it looks like it's going to retest like 2,100 and then find its way. I see a lot of people wishing they got into Ethereum, and now they're kind of, you know, after that pump, they've FOMO'd in, so. Hey, he said you can do a 24-hour stream. Those streamers who do that should instead try streaming every day for 5 years. Yeah, everyone talks about like a 20. Yeah, but no one's. I don't know anyone that's streamed as long as we have, man. I've never missed a day. I put so much in. Like, I'm going to Las Vegas. I'm talking to my buddies, getting a studio set up. I'm making sure everything's ready. The timing. I have to be up at 6 in the morning when I'm in Vegas. I have to be up at 6 a.m. instead of my normal like 7:30, 8 a.m. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I gotta, you know, again, it's all good. I have to do the show from 7 to 9 in the morning. You see, for me, it's going to be different. Same time for you, different time in Las Vegas. Then I'm going to be up all night till 1 in the morning because that's what people, you know, and that's why I'm going to go to bed early because I got my show. So even when everyone else is partying in Vegas and they want to go to these parties and drink all night, I'm going to be like, hey, I got to go back to my hotel room and go to sleep. I got a show tomorrow at 7 a.m., you know. So, you know, we need them for the FOMO higher. No more large dips. Back to 103.88. It's they're playing game. They're just playing in the range now. Bitcoin's very tight in the range. A big move is coming today. I showed you the levels. I can't tell you what's going to happen. I wish I was a psychic. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, though, for sure. Remember, I teach class the last Saturday of every single month. I will be teaching class. Life Revision trading course. Jump on in, hit the QR code to sign up to class. It's awesome. I give my sauce away. It's beautiful. You'll absolutely love it. I can't wait to teach that class with each and every one of you. And I got my flamingo tie on today. Just so you know, in case you didn't know, the flamingo's down at the bottom there. Okay? Just want to make that clear to everybody, all right? Hey, watch the sleeves over there. Hey. Don't touch me. I just realized I was gifted many blessed to whoever did it. Shout out to Jason Bourne, man. Yeah, God bless you, bro. You nailed it. And shout out to Harry Williams giving memberships away too. This is just crazy. Rave Song Records jumping on in. Unbelievable. The sauce is included. Flamingo for the win. Yeah, so we see Ethereum wanting to just kind of slowly gap sideways here while it pulls to 21. We're in a very kind of delicate state right now. Where we could fall. What I like about it though is it creates a lot of induction for the shorts. It makes them think that they can win, and we need that. We need them to think they can win, because that's going to create the liquidity to the upside. That's going to force the movement to rip us further up. Right? I see HUAHUA. It's HUAHUA. I see this going back to the 200 MA, probably 132%. It will take some time, but again, who knows? What do I know? Right? Probably means nothing. Cleaning the house and listening. Great vibes at info as always. Much love from the UK, brother. Remember, I'm going to say something that seems redundant, but if we don't believe in ourselves, no one else will like we can. If I don't wake up and tell myself I'm going to make it happen, and everyone else tells me I'm going to make it happen, and I don't believe it, does it matter what everyone else says? No. Same thing if everyone else says you suck and you don't make it and you don't matter. If you believe you matter and you believe in yourself, then you do, right? It doesn't matter what people say. So if it doesn't matter, if people say you're awesome and you know that no matter, I love this statement, because everyone says you're awesome, but you don't believe you're awesome, it's going to be hard for you to be great, right? No matter what everyone else thinks of you, you got to believe in yourself, right? So then we can flip that the other way around. Why do we care what people think of us? So if everyone thinks we suck and we don't think we suck, then we don't suck then, right? So it's all in our minds. I like flipping it the opposite way, because when you flip it the opposite way, it makes it easier to see the way that I'm teaching it now, right? And that's the key. You're in control every single moment of your life. Someone cuts you off. That doesn't matter. Just take a deep breath and go the other way. You see a driver that's already erratic, pull into pull into a parking lot and turn around for a while. Let that energy go somewhere else and then get back on the road. I do that sometimes. I can see someone who's really driving erratic. He's cutting a lot of people off. Then he's near me, and I can tell it's only a matter of time. He's going to start on me or something. I slow down a little bit, let him get a few car lanes away. I sometimes pull into a place, just do a U-turn or something, or come back, get back on the road. I don't want to deal with these people. I don't need them in my life. I don't need the negative energy. You know what I'm saying? I bypass all negative energy, and the more level-headed you are, the more low-key you stay, the more you can see it all around you, all the insanity. Like, you're going to read the paper tomorrow, someone's going to do something absolutely ridiculous tomorrow on the news. They're going to be completely out of control emotionally, and they're going to do something to their lives that's going to affect the rest of their lives. People drive cars. I don't even want to get into it, right? That's why I stay away from the news. It's insane. But, you got to believe in yourself every single day. You have the power to do this. And people think it's a superpower once you're someone that really believes in yourself. And then no matter what happens, you're ready to make it happen. They can't take away your discipline. They can't take away your power when you got it every single day, baby. Yeah. And stop hanging out with people that don't serve you. That would be my number one lesson to everybody listening. Stop listening to thoughts that don't serve you. Stop listening to people that don't serve you. They don't know how hard the struggle is. They don't know what you're going through. Stay away from them. They have no clue what your life has been. Nobody knows your entire life journey. So again, unless it's constructive criticism from a good friend that's coming from a good place, you don't need that. You don't need anyone who doesn't serve you in your life. Extracting things and people that don't serve you is the first step of becoming successful. Because then there's nothing left but the good. There's nothing left but someone that's there to help. And hey, sometimes you got to do it alone for a while. Sometimes there's no one where you're at because your frequency has been attracting the wrong people for a long time. So if your frequency has been wrong, there's going to be not a lot of good people in your life. Or if they're good, they're also good, but they're a little misguided like you are. So they're not able to help you that well. You need to get on track with people that have high frequency, that are ready to go, that are respected by others, that you can clearly see are successful doing the right thing. And then you want to align yourself with that type of frequency, that behavior. Find out what they're doing, how they're doing it, and be aligned, right? Keep your face towards the sunshine and the shadows will fall behind you. Amen. When I come on Sammy's Live, I feel so alive. I love you. I feel alive too. Yeah. Exactly. Someone said I had a cut, and that's a complex inverted head and shoulder. You see it? I'm not making this up. That's facts. Okay, that's just what it is. You could deny that all you want. You flip it upside down. That would be, and people would be, oh, that's going to dump. I mean, they'd be all over that. But for some reason, they're going to short that. I don't know why. And again, who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I know nothing but a fact of my own ignorance over here. And we got a glitch. The site's glitching out over here. Everybody, I'm going to jump on out of here early on Fridays to give you guys a moment to breathe. I'm also going to do the macro technical analysis video now for the next 10 minutes so that's done and taken care of, and that Sean can get it up and running for you guys as soon as humanly possible. Watch out. We have a bunch of altcoin setups in the group that look pretty nice. The elites are going to be pumping out charts. I got my ideas for Bitcoin. You know where I stand. We gave you everything we could for BTC. Speaking of wise, I'm getting an error occurred when trying to super chat. It's funny, there's a few channels that I can't super chat on. I don't know if they blocked me at one point or what. I don't know why. Yeah. Shout out to all the super chats, everybody. Bless up from No Dramas Mate, Still Nasty, Harry Williams, Rave Song Records, Arctic, Marcus, Dutang, the Crypto Surfer, the Daily Buys, Crypto Technical Analysis, my man. TNB Willa, Ivan Roke, Abraham Onwood. So grateful for today. Go to the Jim Rowe and the $500 super chat from Landis Realty. God bless everybody here on the live. We thank you, we appreciate you, and we love you. I gave you everything I could here for Bitcoin, and I'm going to jump on out just a little earlier than normal May God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And I'll catch you tomorrow for another beautiful morning analysis. We go 2 times on the weekends. 2 live streams coming at you this weekend. So stay amazing, stay blessed, and I'll see you on the flip side. Thank you so much for your time. I love you all, and stay flamingoed out. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. It's Friday, lower volume. I set my trades and I, go from there. I love you all. I'll see you on the flip side. God bless. Thank you so much for everything. Remember, the secret to success. I studied everybody. They told me what it was. You know what the secret to success is? It's getting started.